Friday. Welcome back to another edition of Hustle Rite Friday. I got a special guest with me, my boy City James. Today we're gonna get into, what he does in his entrepreneurial life, all his different hustles, how he been hustling right, maybe how he was hustling wrong on his path to greatness, all while playing the game of Dominoes. So, sit in, tap in with us, and we're gonna give you some insight. So first, City, I wanna ask you, where you from?
I am from the IE,
Okay.
in California, Pomona, California. But I was born in the IE, lived all throughout that bitch, and then settled up in Pomona.
Yeah.
And then ever since like 17, I've been living in LA.
Okay. It was crazy. I think a lot of people from LA think like you hear Pomona, you think it's sugar free for sure.
Facts.
And another thing is they probably don't think it's no cool people from the Inland Empire too.
Yeah, nah. We definitely got the craziest stereotypes of them all, but it's wild because everybody knows somebody from the IE, so it's like everybody. Gentrification is real. You know what I mean? Like, so all the people that was living in South Central
is damn near in the IE
is
now.
in the IE now. Like, so it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is we just out the way.
Yeah,
like, that's really all it is. It's a lot slower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most people work at the warehouses, or they're getting into some wild shit. Or
it's hot out there too.
Yeah,
it's hot out
damn
there
hot.
too.
Or they families put them up nicely and set them up, and they was able to go to good colleges and shit.
Yeah.
So it's a smaller version of LA, but it's just mad small and slow.
I got you. Yeah. So look, I know you said you fuck with spades. So do you?
Hey, I'm a spades person. I do not play dominoes. Do not roast me. It's cool.
Okay, so do you got a 6-6 in your hand?
Nah.
All right. So I'll open it up. I got 5-5. So that's 10 off the board. All right,
cool.
So it's your turn now. So pretty much, so what would you say are some like common hustles like people had out in Pomona and the IE? Like what were people doing around the time just to make their own money outside of the natural structure?
So when I was growing up, I mean, I'm not sure if it was like this out here, but like most people didn't really. Shit was on, like people was about gangs and fighting and all that different type of stuff. So it was weird to me, like nobody was really about they chili in my opinion, because it was always about like who could be the toughest nigga. And so with that,
you got 10 too.
So with that, a lot of people done put themselves in bad situations. A lot of my closest people put themselves in bad situations.
Yeah.
And now they either locked up or they down bad right now, and that's the reason why I actually got up out of there and I left, because it's just I wasn't putting myself in the right environment, because it's just slow. There ain't nothing to do out there. But there's a couple of my people, a lot of them, they got on their entrepreneurial game. Some started selling life insurance, some started selling cars, all that different type of stuff. Some went to, D1 colleges and was able to, go overseas and do that type of stuff. But it was, when I was growing up, it wasn't on like get your money. It was on something like who could be the toughest nigga.
So what was you doing as your hustles growing up?
I was trying to figure out how to make I could play on both sides, no?
Yeah, you can play on both sides, 6 and 5.
I was trying to figure out how to play both sides. I was definitely like rattling straddling the fence, pause.
Yeah.
Like kicking it with people that I probably shouldn't have, but then at the same time being so.
And side note, you can play here too, since you spend here. Yeah, you can do that too. So yeah.
But then but at the same time, like being so immersed in like the art scene out there in Pomona, there's like they got a downtown district in Pomona, and just being so immersed in that, like I went to art school, all that different type of stuff, where I also had other people that were helping me to be like, nah, this is the different route.
Yeah.
And that's quite literally, they say my life. I had a mentor, and I met her at this open mic spot, and it was like right after I had just got arrested, and I saw her like I think like the 2 days after, and she had already got word about like who I was and like what I got going on, and then she really kind of just wrangled me up
Yeah.
And from there,
take that, right?
Exactly. And from there, I've kind of been on that path of like this art shit, because I was able to start seeing people like, oh, you can make a living off of doing what you love.
Yeah.
Most people don't know somebody that is making a living off of doing what they love.
Yeah.
Off of their purpose.
Rare. That's rare.
When you finally able to see that, like,
it's a different perspective.
Exactly. Your whole mind open up. What should I do like this?
Yep.
Your whole mind open up.
So now, how would you tell the people, or what would you tell the people you do now?
I'm a creative. I get paid because I have a certain taste level for my creativity.
Yeah.
And and people trust that. And so we gotta keep 7 at the same all at the.
No. That's only the pool if you ain't got nothing to play.
Okay.
So it's bad to do that for real, which I've been fucking up.
Yeah, so I get paid for that. Like, people come to me, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this? And I kind of lend my services however I can. I also kind of been like a dot connector in a lot of different ways, because I just know a lot of people.
Okay.
And so it's like, let me plug you with this person. Let me plug you with this person. And from doing that, and helping other people rise to their certain levels and stuff, they've been pulling me up with them.
Good energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Good energy reciprocated for sure. What's this, 15? Yeah, I'll take that.
So yeah, that's kind of how. But through my creativity, I write, I direct, I creative direct, and I do music.
Okay. So what is the name of your direction or your production company?
Production company is Basewood LLC. It's like an umbrella company right now. How we, like, the overarching goal that we have is it's gonna be a talent management agency that for one arm, and then for the other arm it's going to be our video productions. Okay. So like trying to like stay in the lane of like A24 and all that different type of stuff. Those independent production houses that are doing big shit with the big boys.
Yeah, y'all on your way there for sure.
Yeah, appreciate it. And then on the talent management side, like I said, we just know a lot of different people, and I believe like I have a certain taste level, and the people I rock with got a certain taste level. So if we can help cultivate artists, then that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely got to mention that, bro. It's definitely one of the key people behind the No Love Lost experience. So, from the visuals to, how everything felt, the lighting, everything had to do with my boy City James, plus his whole team as well. But,
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely had to highlight my boy.
Yeah, and even like that type of stuff was solid. Like me and my people's whole career, which is like full circle for sure, is like stemmed from working with you and Blast. Cause my man's Darren, who I was doing like these Tuesday weekly videos with, forever. We was making music, all that different type of stuff. We was getting like a little buzz from the videos. Somebody was like, "Yo, we want to shoot on film," but I had just shot all of the videos from my project, so I didn't really have none. I wasn't going into the studio like that, and so I hit Blast and I was like, "Yo, what's up? I'm trying to shoot on film. You wanna do something with me?" And he was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's run it." And so my man's Darren, who's the other half of Made by James, which is the directing duo I'm a part of, he put up 5 bands of his own bread, and I pulled some resources together, and then we came up with this concept, sent it to Blast. The song's called Must Be Love. It's one of my favorite videos to date, to be honest, just because of how it really was. And the song is a beautiful song, and
that's where we met too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I met you as well.
That's where we chopped it up, and from there, like, Blast saw what we was doing, how we was giving it up, and then when y'all got signed, he was like, "Yeah, let's run it back again."
That's definitely one of the topics we hit on last in one of our other episodes, sweat equity, and that's really just like y'all was putting that in for us. So by the time it came back around for us to be like, "All right, we got something real on the table," we had to circle back.
Yeah, and that's love, and that's the thing where people don't even necessarily know about sweat equity is like you hope that it come back, but you also do shit out the kindness of your heart and just being like, I'm gonna just sow seeds. I never expected nothing in return. I didn't know it was gonna pop. Like, I mean, I'm sure they did because they was with it every day. But like, I didn't know that the shit was gonna bubble like that for Blast.
Man, that fast too though.
That fast. I was just doing stuff that I was like, yo, I rock with this person, and God is telling me to move this way. Also, I mean, of course, I had known them for some time.
Yeah.
We got reacquainted some years before we did the video and shit. But like sweat equity is like you pouring in sowing seeds, whether they're gonna grow or not. Like in my opinion, I mean, I don't think that you should ever like have this, do things and expecting something in return, because then it's not coming from your heart. Like
the currency of a good relationship goes much further than just cash flow.
Exactly.
You know, so I mean, I think that's a good segue too, just about building your company, building your brand, your LLC, the production company, and being an independent company that's actually able to take on big clients. I think finance is really important in that. But so I want to, today, the term of the day I want to use is net profit. So pretty much, if anybody's been to a regular like accounting 101 class, revenues minus expenses equals net income. You know what I mean? So that's like a super basic formula. You just basically taking how much you spend on something plus the cost. I mean minus the cost. Actually, did I just say backwards? Revenue minus expenses. How much you make off of something minus the price of how much you pay for it, then you get basically how much you ate off of it.
What you bringing home.
What you bringing home in layman terms. So how big is financial planning for you guys on the film side?
Man, it's so huge because it could really be like, this shit could drain your pockets, bro. Especially like having to deal with fucking labels and having to deal with people that like, just certain people that don't have their business right, like where y'all and Red Bull, to be honest, are like some of the most on time people. But there's other like situations that we've had to deal with where we're on net 90.
Net 90?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard that in my life.
Net 90, dog. Like there's things like that but then that cash flow still has to go through. So like, what are you gonna do?
Did you play that 1-3 right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was tripping. I was like, damn, am I tripping?
So like, so you have to basically managing your expenses. It's cool to like, we've done things like where videos have been over 6 figures now. For one video. So it's cool. It's like, oh shit, is this me?
Is that some change? What's that? 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, that's 15, You for sure got a 15. What I got, that's Domino too. You don't get no money from me though. But I gotta watch them though. That's crazy.
So, but yeah, now like we've done things that's like, oh shit, we got fucking, that shit was 150,000 for one video. Oh, it's lit. But then it's like, oh, we also have to pay all of these different people up, and we have to do it within this amount of time. And if we don't, there's these amount of penalties and all these different type of shit. Where it's like, really, the more money, the more problems, for real, because we never even been to that point before. So there was a lot of like growing pains, and thankfully now we have an infrastructure where we have a CEO, we have some kind of financial backing, we have a COO, we have a CMO, like all of these different type of things to like make sure that things kind of move a little bit more smoothly. But before it was just, it was me and Darren just with a dream of figuring this shit out.
It's crazy how you gotta kind of like scale your business at times, at the most unorthodox times, to really assess like, do I actually have enough employees to suffice this workload? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got the creative mind for it, but it's like, damn, you can't really elevate without delegating. So that's like a big shit.
Or even having to to know like, damn, I'm gonna have to make sure all of these people get paid first before I do.
It's damn near like you get in the back end. You get in the back end.
You know what I mean? Like, and then it's like, all right, cool. So this is my business. So I gotta make sure that these people get paid first. But then I also have to invest in certain things before I even eat myself. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, so what you think? What would you say that leads us into our next segment, which is hustling right versus hustling wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you say some early practices you had that kind of like led you to the point to where it's like, okay, I'm doing the right things versus where was that aha moment where you like, okay, I'm hustling backwards.
Bro, those I used to let things off across lines, and I was doing well with that. I ain't gonna lie. Like I was able to like.
Wait, what you mean by that?
I was able to like I was sending stuff off.
Okay.
Through the mail, and I was doing well.
Yeah.
I was able to like make sure like my mom
Yeah.
was able to like I was able to hit her off a little bit. I was able to make sure my girl, my daughter was cool, all that different type of stuff.
Good pair of shoes.
Yeah, exactly, man. And then this was some years ago, and then I got too wrapped up in it, thinking that shit was gonna be forever.
Yeah.
And I ended up letting something off on consignment, but it was my biggest load. And then
no
it landed, and then it yeah, bro. Yeah. And then I had to end up paying for all of that. So all the money that I saved up,
went down the drain.
Went down the drain, and then I had to like work for free to get to pay the rest of my.
I know the feeling.
You know what I mean? So then I was like, bro, what am I doing at this point?
Right.
I'm either like this could always happen because there's always a risk. You like a lot of these people that are in that type of field.
Mm-hmm. It's always risk and reward,
ain't to be trusted. And then also you risking your life at this point. So then it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, bro. I mean, same time, bro. I used to definitely deal with the shoe game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I've never had more of a lucrative payday than getting paid for what I love to do.
Bro, exactly, dog. Especially, man, I was like it was cool. Like the idea of it is cool more so than actually doing it. It's like, bro, I'm getting $1 off of each thing.
Right, that's horrible.
Like
it
was trash. And then so that's why like even in my music, like I never like I did it for a while, but I never glorified that. I never even really talked about it.
Right.
Because it's just not something that like one I was proud of, but then two this me.
Yeah.
But I can't put it on this one, huh?
You can put it on this one, so you can put it on this or the 5.
Oh no. But then so I was like, all right, cool. What am I gonna do to start over? And so I was like, all right, I talked to my mans to get one of my old car washing jobs back.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to my other mans. I started cleaning houses.
Right.
And yeah, that. Bro,
sometimes you gotta do that though, bro. I mean, literally, I graduated from college. I got a degree in psychology, degree in journalism, advertising, went to grad school for PR, media development, and you know what I'm saying. I had my whole little issue with the shoe sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then from there, like you said, like I ended up having to spend all the money trying to backtrack and correct the stuff that went wrong.
Well, set you back.
Yeah, but I came home, got a job at Bristol Farms, got a job at Nike, and was like doing everything I could, which ended up leading me into sweat equity opportunities to where it just lended my services and really getting me back to where I needed to get to. But
bro, yeah, it really I needed that type of thing because I realized like one was just I had my nose too far up in the air, and then 2 I had to realize like ultimately like what is your purpose, bro? Like I never really like did anything for the money. I want money so I could have access to the things that I want to do.
Exactly.
That leads to my purpose.
But like overflow it so it just gets to other
exactly. So if there's anything else, bro, like I'm not gluttonous in that aspect. Yeah. So when I started, I played.
But it is competition though. At the same time, you feel me? Like you need access to capital to be able to be competitive in the creative field. Just because, like you said, if you don't got access to the best lights, the best cameras, the best people that can be on your operating team, that shit damn near is like you can't compete, especially as an independent operation as well.
Also, resources, people, going back to sweat equity, people could be capital as well without actually having cash flow. Yeah. Because we did this one short film for me, which is the one that Blast came to. He's actually in the short film.
Okay.
And that was the one that like where he like after I was like, yo, you see what we did right here? Like you want to do something with me?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'm down because he saw what we was doing. But that was like a $1,200 project.
Yeah.
But we made it look like, oh shit, we did this for about 10 bands or something like that.
Facts.
But that's because of people that believed in us.
That's one thing Blast is definitely, I would say, as long as I've been working with him, I've noticed and understood that he'll work as long as it's quality. And as long as it's up to par with his vision as well.
That's how it gotta be, man. Because again, it's not like not everything is about the dollar. Not everything.
Don't forget you can play that forward too. There's a double four right here just in case.
No, okay.
Yeah, you about to give me a lot of money on my domino for sure.
Well, I can't do this right here.
Hell no. Hell no, that nigga tried to sneak some shit in there.
Hey, look.
He trying to After Effects it in there.
Yeah, no, I ain't got nothing. But yeah, that's.
You gotta pull again. You gotta pull till you get some.
That's stupid.
That's sick, huh? That's you gotta see if you got the Midas touch. Pulling in that boneyard.
That's dumb.
Yeah, you pretty much gotta have a 5 or a 4.
Yeah, I ain't got it. Fuck, that's crazy.
Damn, that 4-5. He's a sick guy. He is a sick guy right now.
Hey, stall me out, bro. Like I said.
Oh.
Right,
I mean, this really ain't got nothing to do with you, man. As far as the structure of the game.
Stall me out.
Let's see. Let's get him up out of here, man. Let's get him up out of here. So look, the next segment is Act Right or Get Left. Basically asking what is the point in your career where you told yourself, I'm gonna bet on myself all the way and I'm gonna actually do this as an independent entrepreneur versus, you know what I'm saying, like the time where you broke out of that 9 to 5 mindset. That's what I really kind of compare it to.
Yeah, nah, bro, it was like I said, it was after I was down bad. I don't even say like after I was down bad, there was a point that I had to like go home for a little bit too. Like I went home for like 9 months, and then after I was working overnight shift, and I was like, this is not, I can't do this.
Yeah, fuck this.
And so I was like, all right, bet. That's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna wash cars, I'm gonna clean these houses, but it was at least under my schedule, and it felt like it was something that like I had ownership over.
Flexibility.
Even though people, like I was up under people, it's something that I was able to like control myself. And then from there, it was like, all right, cool. Now, this art shit is cool, but like, what are you gonna really do to take it up a notch? You know what I mean? A lot of people wanna create art, but like, who gonna be the one that really takes it there? And so that's when me and Darren got back on the Tuesday videos and was doing them every week.
Man,
every week.
Darren is amazing for that. That's sweat equity again.
Yeah, and from there, it built up to doing the Everything Else short film, which was like a week before we did the Must Be Love shit. Okay. And then from there, I think it was like 6 months after that where I'm still working, and then you hit me, and you like, yo, what's up with No Love Lost? And then even after that, like, it was like, all right, cool, we about to do this whole thing for y'all, but y'all didn't even have a deal out yet. Yeah. And so then it got paused again. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, shit, nah. But then y'all double back again and was like, yo, nah, actually we doing it with these people and which is cool because it's like that even is dope because it was my man's Charles who put that play together with y'all. Shout out CB. And so even that was dope, like just see people that I know come together and really make something out of themselves. How I do that here. Yeah. And so, and then from there, bro, like, we did the No Love Lost series, and it's been a domino effect. Man, since, sick domino effect, domino. You can just count how many points you got on there. On this? Yeah. Bro, that's fucking how many? Trash, 6. What's that? 6, 12, 13, 16. That's ugly, 19, bro. 22. What do these count as? Is nothing? So that's 30 points. Ugly. So it's 28 rounded to 30. That nigga, man. Yeah, you gotta watch these joints, brother. Yeah, but nah, it's been a domino effect after that, man. Like we did. Intended. We did all of No Love Lost. We doubled back. Well, not all of No Love Lost, but we did a good amount of No Love Lost. Yeah. We doubled back. We did Pressure. Then we doubled back and did Chosen.
Man, which is the #1 shit right now. For
Exactly.
sure. TikTok going crazy.
Yeah, nah,
Back to school. It's
wild.
perfect for the theme. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because, you know, we was trying to go big with even the Chosen video, even on the director, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, you know, it's just a conversation of like, when you want to spend that much money, especially in a corporate structure, most of the time they question the validity of your move just because they know you ain't spent that much money before. Exactly. They don't really know the ins and outs to it.
Exactly.
But I think that also, you know, God guides you everywhere you go.
Fact.
So it come down to a point to where it's like, okay, they not trying to work with us how we wanted to, and then the directors we was trying to tap in with wasn't trying to put us as a priority, and then it kind of like clicked back to us like, go with what you know.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it ended up being one of them ones so where it's like, okay, I can fuck with this.
Yeah, nah, for
and
sure.
This shit is like, that's probably the biggest video we have right now, like 19, 20 million views, going on 130 million
ran that shit up.
streams, you feel me?
Ran that shit up.
So, yeah, bro, it's amazing right now what we doing with that. But, so.
And even to be able to have like, but like, say for example, like, cause you're right, it would have made way more sense for y'all to go with somebody that y'all knew. You know what I mean?
It's the same.
Well, no, not even somebody on the corporate side, to go with somebody that has done this before, that's been able to handle the bread. Yeah. But for y'all to go somebody with y'all knew, and then for us to be able to like have the infrastructure in place to be like, oh no, actually we could take this on.
Yeah. It
just shows that like, bro, like from early on, even when you small time with this shit, you have to treat it like
militant, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta be militant. You
exactly.
Know? It's always, I mean, we promote a super family environment, but at the same time, it's still like, you gotta be qualified though. You feel me? So, you know, everything we do, that's not even our business model to really outsource at all. Like vertical integration, that's like a big thing we'll hit on another episode.
Yeah.
But vertical integration is one of those things where we like to stay with that because the vision stays very, very, very consistent. The visuals stay consistent and shit. You know, we definitely locked in on that front.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why like it's whatever is. I know at least like in terms of partnerships or in terms of like relationships, it's like, you know, Vic, Blast, Evil, like all that different type of stuff, whatever is needed on however me and Basewood can assist, that's gonna happen. And then even if we don't even ever have to like make bread again, but like I would love to like just be able to help facilitate like, oh, you need something, then cool, like these are the people, like
it's just co-op, my nigga. Exactly. Just like The Wire.
Because this shit expands past us. Now we're creating like a network of community. Is it on me or you?
It's on you.
A network of people. So like how far can we stretch that? I know you've seen that fucking diagram of the fucking
Rockefeller.
What?
Come on now.
That web is crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
That's more than $1 billion. Like,
yeah, think about Fenty Beauty. That's a branch off of Rockefeller.
Exactly.
So speaking of Jay-Z, I got my Mount Rushmore hustlers, right? I got 4 people. So I got Nip, Dom, Kennedy, I got E40, and I got Jay-Z. Those are my 4. That's my Mount Rushmore hustlers.
That's hard. Mine, of course, Nip, Dom, Jay. My grandfather, who's my namesake, he went by Windy City James.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And he was from Chicago, came out here, and they called him Windy City James. He was a hustler out here.
That's hard.
You just hearing stories about him, I was like, I want to be broke so bad. Like, and so that's the reason why like my family started calling me City, and even just why I even took this entrepreneurial path. And also, to be honest, I was probably say my mom. My mom my grandfather ran it up to a certain extent, but then he didn't have enough people around him to like, that had the same mindset to like really push it forward. Yeah. And then so he got down bad. He ended up like dying while living at my mom's house. My mom had that instilled in her of like entrepreneurialism and all that different type of stuff. So then she did the same thing. Where it's like, all right, cool. My mom didn't go to regular school. She was in high school, and then also taking barber classes while she was in high school. So
Yeah.
fresh out, she is doing all the things,
Yeah, we got
cutting
some
hair, all that
hilarious.
different type of stuff.
That's crazy. My mom do hair too.
Yep.
So that's it. I just know.
And so she ran that up to a certain extent. But again, like she didn't have like the certain people to like really take it to the next level.
We got the internet now.
So, exactly. And so now me and my sister, me and my sister both got that bug where it's like we don't want to have to be up under a 9 to 5 just because we just I didn't see my family do it.
Yeah.
And that though they didn't get to touch the meal ticket and though they like wasn't able to provide generational wealth yet, I saw them being way happier doing anything else other than, and like I saw them feel purposeful and feel like have pride in like knowing like I'm building something for my family.
Yeah.
And so now that's just like I was like, all right, I'm gonna tack that on, and I'm gonna figure out how I could do it for y'all.
Yes, this is really just like you was able to basically see the mold being broken, and everybody was setting a new stepping stone for the next generation.
Exactly.
To come behind them and build off that.
And now we ran it up too. Like my dad, I'm first generation, so he's from Guyana, South America, and so he came. He didn't have nothing. There was like 10 people in a two, 3 bedroom house.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And so for us to even have a crib in the IE, where we each had our own room, like
niggas have first world problems.
Exactly,
Pretty
bro.
much.
And so that's where it's at with me. And then now for me to be like, your mom, pops, I just did a video and they commissioned us to do this shit and they put like 150 into our account. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that is like, my mom was like, what? Like, so I feel like between me and my sister, we're gonna be the ones to like really take it over. That's the goal. At least me and my sister talk about that shit all the time.
Yeah, no, I gotta be, bro. Generational wealth is the key for sure. So I would definitely, I like your Mount Rushmore hustlers. Definitely shout out for the family and stuff.
Yeah.
So lastly, I just want you to let us know like what you think you got coming up next that you haven't really gotten a chance to tap into that you excited about coming up to.
Man, for a minute I put my own artistry to the back burner, like my music. And I just I'm finishing up my project right now.
Okay.
It shit sounds solid.
Okay.
Once a little bit more done, I'm gonna show you. I should definitely play it for you too. I told Aaron I was gonna do the same, but I'm excited for it, bro. We definitely got a couple label offers that are people that are looking at us and stuff. But even regardless, like whether that happens or not, like the product that we got and like the infrastructure that we have with Basewood, like I could really push it myself or at least with my team. And then let's see how it goes, bro. So like this year or like the end of this year and into next year, I'm gonna be really focusing on how I push my artistry to the forefront and see where it take me, bro.
Sound lovely. We'll see. You really behind on the score table. So
next time, bro, we have 4 people, 6 people, whatever. We can run the spades. I'm taking everybody, but that's what I know on my mama.
So look, when you come back to the next Hustle Rite Friday, we're gonna have a spades for you. So until then,
I had a spades for me, bro. Come on, Dad, you can get up in this bitch.
Exactly. So look, until then,
I'm down bad.
We'll be back with the next Hustle Rite Friday. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. See you next time.
Peace.